Welcome back to another Bag Talk session. It is your girl Tara Chantel, and today I have such a special guest with me, my castmate. He's a model, an actor, an artist. Kellen, what it do? What it do? You are a busy man, and I just want to know how you juggle all these hats.
Really just throwing them in the air, as easy as that may seem. You just continue to just toss ideas, toss things, and I think that it's a blessing to be able to be resourceful in a lot of those areas. So I mean, you just do it. You find an interest in something, you just keep going.
You just do it, but how do you just do it? Because I know this generation, we have a hard time with just following Nike's term of just doing it.
Well, you lose a lot of sleep. I have a lot of interest. So in having a lot of interest, you have to understand that you have to really organize and prioritize the efforts that you make in those certain things. I think that I just try to visualize what I want for myself in a certain time period and try to focus on certain areas. Like for now, acting is like really big for me right now, and I'm focusing a lot on that. I may wake up and be like, oh, I want to go to the studio, or hey, I want to have a photo shoot. Shout out to Nina Stacks and my stylist Antonio S. Lemon. Yes, they are. Whatever interests you or what you got going on today.
So you said how you see a vision for yourself. What vision do you see for yourself as being an actor?
Household name, you know. The goal for me is always to try to be in a spotlight or a position of being able to influence other people. I don't have to be like the star. I don't have to be this super huge person, but I want to be that person that you like, dang, his presence was impactful. And that's something that you always want around, so that will always keep you, talked about.
That matters, and having a huge influence on our peers is necessary as well.
Right.
What kind of influence do you want to have on people?
The biggest influence, do it yourself. It really is about do it yourself, having faith in yourself, having faith in God, having faith in, the universe that you created for yourself. Because really, when people say like it's your world, I'm just living in it, it's true.
That is so true.
Yeah. So that focus and just keeping that certainty that like what I'm doing, that is actually like meaningful.
Yes, but you're also consistent with it as well. And how do you stay consistent at it?
Reaching out. You got to reach out. You have to like push. And I mean, this is years of things. I've been in the industry 10 years modeling, and acting maybe like a strong 5. So I mean, when I first started out, I literally was just like, I tried to figure out a way that I could barter with people, no matter what it was, whether it was gas money or a free shoot or an opportunity or a booking over here or something. So that was my main way of trying to stay consistent, because I was always talking to different people, and different people got different things going on. You talk to 5 people and they got 5 things going on. That's 25 opportunities.
Dang, that's what I believe. Your net worth is your net worth. Like who you know matters. Relationships matter.
Right.
So how do you develop and keep a strong relationship with like your business partners, your friends?
Transparency, honesty. I think that, and it was hard. I wasn't always like that. Like I was the shortcut guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and kind of like when you playing Mario Kart, like, yeah, you can take shortcuts and win, but a lot of times those shortcuts have, positions where you might fall off and you got to start all the way back over, and that would be my problem. So like I would meet people, and it would be like, I would try to see what I could get out of them, not what we could get from each other. Wow. It was just like, oh, okay, they do this, well, let me see how I can, because that was what I thought networking was. I thought networking was, oh, well, I need you, and I'm used to, things just kind of seeming like they flow or like it will be easy, so you should just give me this. And I lost the sense of entitlement. Like, I had to really humble myself. Like, I had to really say, like, nobody owes you anything. And I started learning that in life as things were starting to happen. It was like, dang, I really gotta, treat people the way that I want to be treated. I want to. It's okay to use people, but if you're going to use them, make sure that they're able to utilize you and you using them.
Right. Yes, so, you got to make sure. I think it's important to be useful, not use. Like, you have to bring something to the table when you are approached with the table. Make sure you bring something. Don't ever come nowhere empty-handed. Like, know your value. So, in 2019, what did you learn?
Teamwork is very important.
Makes the dream work.
Like this, 2019 was eye opening. I learned a lot. I met a lot of great people. Team is big. Just to be able to call people and say, hey, like, can you help me with this? Or, I mean, even with this, just seeing what your peers are doing and being able to say, like, dang, I can be a part of that, and also help brand or expand their brand as I'm expanding mine. And I think that was the biggest thing. I learned how to put someone else in the spotlight, and how to, because like when you're modeling, it's really just about you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're doing music, it's still, I haven't really featured with a lot of people, so it's still about me. Uh-huh. When it gets to acting, it's like, no, this is about a cast of people. This is about a conglomerate of people. And in 2019, I met great people that showed me, like, hey, it's okay to praise someone else. It's okay to shout someone else out. It's okay to give someone else their accolades and their flowers while they're alive. So that was probably the biggest thing.
That is so true. Give them their flowers while they still here. Let it be known. And just having that mindset that you just developed over 2019, it's growth.
Yeah.
Do you feel and see the growth?
Yeah, huge. And my relationships have been a lot more sustainable with people. And I've been able to rebuild old relationships and old friendships and old partnerships, because with a newer sense of mentality, it's like, I wasn't necessarily doing this the most constructive way, so let me go back and see if we can kind of like clean this up, and it's been working.
That's big of you. Yeah. That's big of you to backtrack and just reach back out to show them that you are a changed man. Yeah. That's necessary. We all need some type of closure. Yeah. Throughout life, we have to relearn and unlearn things, as we get older. Have you unlearned anything?
The biggest thing that I would say that I've unlearned is, well, let's just be real. Let's say procrastination. And procrastination in a sense of when you're naturally gifted at a lot of things, or you naturally have a knack to catch on to things quickly. I think that you tend to be lazy, and I had to really unlearn how to not be lazy and how not to cruise, because even the internet and stuff, you can get in a groove and you can feel like, oh, I got this momentum, so I'm gonna just chill. And it's like, nah, like, you got to keep going, because the next person is
consistency wins at the end of the day.
Facts.
If you consistent at it and in their face about it, you're gonna get acknowledged, and people are gonna flock to you because they see what you're doing and you're not stopping. Facts. Your foot is on the gas, and that's necessary. As you know, we're in the entertainment industry. You know how rejection happens. Sometimes we feel like this certain opportunity can be for us, but it really isn't. How do you handle rejection when you really want a role or a booking and it's just not meant to be?
Well, like you said, like, rejection it's never easy. I think that was something that I learned early in sports, because rejection is kind of like taking an L. You know what I mean? So when you learn how to lose and you learn how to let it go, it's like you just keep going. Luckily in the game of the entertainment and of life, there isn't it is seasonal, but it's like you can continue to keep going. Your wins and losses never have a cap.
Stop,
what I mean? So I would just say, like, when in going into it and taking my wins and my losses, I've learned how to be okay with it. It's always them and up to me at the same time. And if we just don't connect, I did what I needed to do. I brought my A game, and they brought their A game, because people have to understand, like, director as a casting agent and things like that, you got to bring your A game too. You have to make sure that the decision that you make is best for for the brand. So if you drop the ball, they're gonna look at you. If I drop the ball, they're gonna look at me. So when someone tells me no, it just lets me know like, hey, you wasn't really sure if this was gonna be the best fit, and I don't want you to take that risk either, because I don't want you, playing with my career or putting me in a situation that might cause me to, go the wrong way.
Oh, that's a great way to look at it. I feel like, if one door closes, another one is bound to open. A new blessing's on the way. And how you say, you got to just keep going. And that's just a part of this whole journey, because everything is not for you at the end of the day.
That's a fact.
I would love to hear some game you can drop on up-and-coming artists that just having a strong mentality in the entertainment industry, because this is ruthless out here.
I would say really enjoy the journey. That's one thing that I had to learn how to do last year. Like, you realize that what you want out of life, what you ask for, what you manifest. If you don't be specific to the point, and even when you are, some people are specific to where they say, I want to get from point A to point B, but in my manifestation, I visualize how my path and how I wanted to go. But a lot of us, we just say, well, I know what I want the end result to look like. So I had to learn that in enjoying the journey, it's not going to be always the way you thought. At the beginning of the year, you know what I'm saying, I had a vehicle, I lost my vehicle. Then I had a place. Then I lost a place. Then I got a vehicle, got a place. Now I'm about to have to rearrange and search for other opportunities for staying. So it's always something. But at the beginning of the year, my main thing was, I'm gonna make $100,000 this year. I got close in what I felt like my head was, and in spending money and traveling and being able to do other things, you just learn like, wow, I can do what I said that I'm going to do,
with that mentality.
But it may not be in the way that I thought that it was going to be done. So that's the biggest thing for me. Like, it's just like whatever it is that happens, just saying it's a part of the journey, because I know I'm gonna get to where I gotta go.
Yes, no matter what. Real. I think the best part is the journey, and we try to look past it, but we are truly living our dream. We are doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. We're showing up, being where we're supposed to be. I feel like once we get to our quote unquote destination, I don't think we're still gonna be satisfied, because it's still higher levels to go. I feel like the journey's over once you transition over to another life, but this is the journey, and I really believe that you just gotta enjoy it. Don't take nothing for granted.
Nah, absolutely, because once you do, it'll leave you fast. It'll leave you really fast, and you have to be careful of what you speak. You have to be careful of how you speak. You have to be careful of the things that you want for your life, because it's not always going to be the way that you want it.
Yes,
for sure.
yes.
For sure.
You got to trust that timing, right? Because certain times we want things instantly, we want things now, but you're not ready all the time. Pursuing this career, we need money. How do you pursue your career with no fun?
Side hustles. If you follow me online and stuff, I do all types of side hustles, from dabbling into personal fitness, massage therapy, doing brand ambassador work.
The youth, because that is so important, just for them to look up to Black men with excellence. What do you want to say to them?
The first and foremost is your self-worth, your self appreciation. I was able to go to South Africa. Shouts out to the Ndwanda White, Miss Takia White. She's amazing. They have a foundation that's over there, and I was able to go and to Cape Town. Talking to them over there, they look at you like you're just the greatest thing in the world.
That's beautiful.
So,
because you are.
Right. And you forget that sometimes, especially when we live in a society that is more so over here about your status and your appearance or your facade. So what I would say to them is, know that you are special, and that your creativity means a whole lot more than what you think that it does. Your purpose for being here, there are people in the world who you don't even know, who don't know you, that are looking at you like, yo, just because you are a black person or a black man or an American, you're larger than life. And I think that, I encourage you to take your larger than life ideas and put them out there. You know what I mean? I saw some things and like that. The young boys, they had built like this little car, but I mean, and literally to the point where you got the wheels, you got the seats, like 2 sets of seats, and you got the little stick shift, because overseas they just do stick shift, manual driving. I'm like, y'all didn't set up here and create a whole like wagon and then just somebody pushing it. And you don't see
that's incredible
kids like that doing things like that over here.
Oh yeah, American kids are just on their phones. Yeah.
But they want to do that. They want to be able to show their creativity and to be able to show what's inside their head. They're just afraid to. So yeah, I would encourage them to just believe in themselves, believe in yourself, to continue to know that, hey, you got a lot of great things that you can do, and no matter what anybody says, like you can do it. Carefree attitude over there. Like they just like, we gonna do what we want to do.
That is liberating.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Is so liberating. Just having that carefree mindset.
Right.
And I believe that we should always still have a childlike mindset. Not be childish, but still be so carefree. Yeah. Be so free and just not caring about what everybody else has to say about them. And how do you live by not caring about what society has to say about you?
I do, in all honesty, believe that we all have, it affects us in some way. Mm-hmm. We all have a sensitivity button that, society can push. I believe that it gets to the point where you realize people are mainly saying things for one of a few reasons. Either they don't believe that you can do it truly. They don't believe that they can do it, so you can't do it. They have never seen it done, so they just don't believe that it can be done.
Yep.
So you got to kind of understand who you're dealing with. And when you're talking about like society as a whole, anyways, you never can control what they're going to say or what they're going to think. So you just have to like do your thing. You have to
believe in you, how you said.
Because I've had so many people tell me like, you shouldn't do this or you should do this, and then we'll turn around and do the exact opposite. Or if they give me this advice, they're really just trying to see if it can be done so that they can do it themselves or take the credit for it. You gotta
trust your gut.
Yeah,
trust you know the answer, and you know the vision within your life and how you.
And your voice in your head is strong. And you gotta just say like, hey, I think that was the one thing about me that got me to where I am. Like, I'm not as far as I want to be, but like,
give yourself credit. You doing it.
Yeah, but I didn't care. I was one of those people that's like, I'll take this risk. If it slows me down, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it however I need to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in doing that, I learned a lot about myself. I made many mistakes, but like you said, I've had many, many more accomplishments that the learning mistakes just helped me get more accomplishments.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like failure is a part of getting higher in life. It teaches you how you're able to learn from it, experience it, and you're able to grow at the end of the day. We're not meant to stay stagnant out here. No is a powerful statement. Yeah. What is the most impactful no you have said on your career?
It was a bribe. And I'll never forget that day. I don't speak on names or things like that. But it was maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. And it's crazy because you really don't think that these type of things, like, you hear the stories. A lot of times you hear the stories with women. So in coming into an industry where there's a lot of change and rotation in, preference and lifestyles and lifestyle decisions, it was, long story short, there was a meeting. There were, cast options and things, and then there was money that was put on the table. And I will never forget that, because it shows you how hypocritical and sinister people are. Because when the money was set on the table, whoever would like this role, it can be yours with this up front. We'll just enjoy each other tonight. Now this is a man.
Oh, you know yeah! So wow! We'll just enjoy each other tonight.
Right. And that was just one of the things I'm like, yo, even though I've never seen that much money before, like I would never want to see myself in a position to where I have to choose my morality over some money. Like I'm one of the type of people, if you're going to really rock with me, kick it heavy with me, then do that.
Yeah.
Don't try to set a proposition and then try to say, that this is what you feel is like will help someone's career. And like I said, I gained a lot of respect for women who go through that. I gained a lot of respect for men who have to battle that and who have to constantly tell people like, nah, that's not for me. I'm here to work. And it was crazy because the same person, I felt like it was the universe earlier that day, had said, I would never take someone who will do whatever it takes. And I remember
Play that back. You said
I would never like hire or take someone seriously who will do whatever it takes. And
wow, whatever it takes. That is right.
And the reason why is because that they tell you, I want someone who will do whatever it takes. But if you do whatever it takes, that means you will do whatever it takes.
Anything.
And I can't trust you.
Why you do anything? You probably kill me.
I can't. And when that was said, it was like, wow,
that sticks.
And I use that slogan. I use that word. It sticks with me everywhere. And it's like, you do not want to be the person that I'll do whatever it takes to win.
Desperate. No, just be desperate out here.
Right. Because whatever it takes will present itself to you. It will definitely present itself to you. And it's just like just to be able to stand on your own 10 toes and say like, nah, like this ain't for me. What y'all decide to do or what y'all got going on, that's cool. That's y'all life. That's y'all lifestyle. But for me and mine, I'm okay. You know what I mean? I don't want to, and I speak cautiously on what I say because I know that these situations will happen again.
Yeah.
And it will be so much bigger than just
all the tests. What's
on the table. This will be life-changing things, but I'm okay with just saying like, nah, there's somebody else out there. There's always someone else. Always, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in love, whether it's in business, whether it's in the entertainment industry, there's always someone else that can do what that person is doing. Yeah. Just like how you're replaceable, other people are replaceable.
Yes.
And,
I applaud you for standing with integrity. Facts. All of those that are going to be presented to you are just testing your character. Yeah. And it shows that you are solid out here. Yeah. You're not going to fold.
Like, people talk. People are bashing people every day. And even on the side, it's like, I take pride in being able to look in the mirror and say, you know what? The reason why I'm here is because of the decisions that I made, and they were the decisions that I felt were best for me. Yes. And they were decisions that when somebody look at my sheet, they like, okay, we hadn't discovered him yet. He been doing everything the right way like he's supposed to. Yep. So now it's just a matter of time. I'd rather it be it's just a matter of time than you rushed it because you're trying to, you know what I'm saying?
It takes a little longer when you're doing it the right way. Believe that. It's going to take you a little longer when you stand with integrity and you stand with morals. You're not selling yourself out here because money come and go.
And that's why you have to be so much more consistent because you aren't doing everything that keeps the attraction on people. Don't get me wrong, like even with modeling, acting, like I've had my sexy scenes, photos, things like that, but you have some that take it so much further that I don't want to get lost in that category. I don't want to get lost in, that this is what I'm selling because
your
I'm
body,
not,
right.
It feels good to say no. Trust and believe. It feels good to say no, and it doesn't make them a bad person. That if that is how you handle business, that's how you handle business.
Exactly.
I can't judge you based on how you feel your etiquette of business is. But if I'm not in agreement with it, we just want to do business. And
exactly.
That's it.
Yes, a lot of people gonna respect you when you stand firm in your no.
Yeah.
Best believe that.
Yeah.
And with every bag talk session, we get real intimate with that spiritual bag within us all. How did you tap into your spiritual bag?
I took time well, first of all, I was honest with myself in saying that, like, I wasn't where I needed to be. Like, I just wasn't, I wasn't comfortable with the person that I was. the energy that I was giving. Like, and I would tell people, like, I feel like there's a difference between a negative person and a person with bad energy, you know, because
Wow.
though negativity is looked at as bad energy, like you can have the coolest person in the world that can just be a negative person. You can have the coolest person in the world, but you cool, but like your energy is just bad, like it's just off. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that you negative.
Yeah.
That just means your vibe is off, and I feel like, you know, there's a difference. There's a difference, and I try to change my energy now, which will help change your negativity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to get healed.
Yeah, because again, you may not be negative, but still have a bad aura about you. But if you don't, I feel like it is a lot more pleasant when you change, and me changing who I was trying to be and who I was trying to give myself to people. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's truly all just a process.
Yeah.
And just continue to grow, because I see the growth within you. You are accomplishing so many things out here. I'm so happy to be on this journey with you.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Honestly.
It's been lit. Like it's a blessing.
It's
definitely a blessing. 2019 was a life-changing year. Yeah. It really was. And it was my 30th. And they say that it's crazy, you know, and maybe that's just the energy that we put into ourselves and we manifest in ourselves based on these timelines. But it's like literally great things started happening in a, I guess, productive and constructive way. And I learned a lot about myself. And
and you strong, standing 10 toes down. Even though you had obstacles come your way, you didn't give up
at all. No,
you took it like a G.
Like you got to, like, it's been plenty of days that just like anybody else, you know. And that's what I had to remind myself of, like, you know, not that someone has it worse than you, but someone else out in this world is doing the same thing that you're doing right now, and they're questioning themselves the same way that you are, and they're looking for someone who's doing the same thing as them. So if I stop, that's the energy that I put out. When you quit and you take that last breath and you like, you know what, like I'm done. You can even feel it on you. You can feel the whole, and that's not even you letting it go. That was your motivation. That was your passion. That was your success that was in you that finally is like, all right, well, forget it. Then I'll just go away. But in learning that other people are going through those things too, it also lets you know of, I try to think of it like, how would I feel if I saw somebody post and they made it, you know, and you like, dang, this person was doing the same thing as me and they got out. You know what I mean?
Bodied that situation.
Because you can.
Yeah.
You can. You know, and it's not the end, it's not over. Like, you may be hungry, you may be tired, you may be walking, you may be in a halfway good car, you may be in luxury. Everybody got something on their own level that is going to challenge them and test them to either take them to that next step, keep them where they are, or it will, you know, digress. Yeah.
That is so true. You just dropped that bag real quick, for real, because that's how this bag talk session is all about, to show that it's possible. This is truly a process.
Yeah. We
have these gifts within ourselves. It's just like, you just got to tap into it, and you tapped into yours. Yeah. And
You're
now,
tapping.
right. It's how you said, it's nonstop. Just keep your foot on the gas and just not give up. And I appreciate how transparent you were through this entire experience, because that takes things to another level, just to show. And how we close out every bag session is fill in that bag.
Okay.
It's like fill in the blank.
All
it's
right.
like I start, you finish. All right? Okay. I have to let go of
wasting idle time.
Idle.
Yeah.
Idle. Wow.
Yeah, just like that time where you know, like the time where you might have not done anything for 2 hours and been like, dang, I literally like could have done this.
Dang,
and 2 hours ago, you knew. So yeah, wasting idle time.
Right. Instead of scrolling, get to work.
Yeah.
Get to work. 2020 will be the year of
everyone eating.
Oh, we all eating over here.
Facts.
Yes, we all
Facts.
eating because I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's a
Feed
fact.
me.
Yeah, that ass. Big plate.
Feed me.
Big plate.
Things you can take away from Bag Talk session.
It's good to support others in what they're doing. It's good to be a part of a collective of people who are interested in things outside of, you know, the norm or what people may try to box them in to, and just being able to just talk, you know, being able to and hopefully inspire someone else to go get theirs. You know, I enjoy watching interviews. I enjoy watching people talking and, you know,
telling their story for real.
So I take a lot of insight and a lot of inclusion, and I want to continue to take that with me.
Yes.
Spread the bag.
Yes, spread the bag, spread the wealth. We all need the wealth out here. Yes, Kellen, that was incredible. You dropped that bag. Can you please let us know where we can find you, your social medias? Drop it.
Social medias that I use, Facebook is Kellen Marcus. That's KELLEN MARCUS. The same is on Instagram. It's Kellen Marcus, KELLEN MARCUS, all together one word. If you would like to check out music of mine, you can go to Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, any of your major streaming platforms. Type in Cartier Marquis. That's KARTIER MARQUIS, Cartier Marquis. The album or the EP is called Kellen, so you'll know it's me. And and look out for the second project. It should be dropping. I'm giving myself 2 weeks. I got myself on 2-week deadline.
Crunch time.
Yeah.
Crunch time. And what else are you working on this year? Because I know you got stuff up the bag.
We got a film called Aftermath, directed by Nina Stacks.
Nina Stacks, she the GOAT.
Right. We have another Nina that I'm a part of. Her film is called Artistic. It's going to be a dope film. It's got Mike Merritt in it. Character his name is Guy. He's a drug dealer, but he's like the funny side of the drug dealing.
Good.
And Mike is the main character, and basically like he gives an autistic girl an opportunity to make some money in the drug game, and then some things go left. And and the girl is like his ex's little sister.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's gonna be dope.
Oh, that's a story right there.
No,
that's a storyline.
Amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I wish you much success.
Thank you.
In 2020. It's yours.
Yeah.
Claim it.
Yeah.
I want you to just drop one last bag talk on their heads real quick. Just drop it. Just give them some advice to pursue their dreams, to keep going. What you got to say to them, man?
Life is to be lived. Life is to be appreciated. It's to be valued. You know, you only get one life. You know, you only get one opportunity to really make an impact on someone, and the impact that you make can take the ripple effect so much further. And I think that, you know, when you focus on people other than yourselves, and you focus on, you know, being a servant of progress, that everyone you know, will benefit. So yeah, I would say, in addition to getting your money and getting your bag, create those sustainable relationships, because we're all going through things, and while you're working, the people that you're in connection with, they're working as well. So, you know, just
we all trying to get up to the next level, get up to the
way.
top. Yes, we got to meet each other at the top and lift each other up. That was beautiful. You just dropped that bag, Kellen. I appreciate you so much for stopping in with that money couch on the money couch. Y'all stay tuned for another bag talk session. We're going to be right back with another one.